Liam and Greg never knew each other. Liam grew up in the rough part of St. Louis. At 6 years old, he watched his father get shot and killed right in front of him. His mother worked day and night. He never got to feel the love or support he needed, which led him down a path of chasing anything that made him feel alive. Greg grew up in the Bay Area. At 6, his dad was CEO of the largest AI company in the world. His mom, a famous interior designer. He went to elite schools, shadowed both parents, and was locked into the path of success before he even knew what failure was. Liam struggled in school, didn't care, didn't show up, didn't try. On a good day, he was a C student. Putting in effort felt like death, so he avoided it. But out in the world, riding bikes, fishing, pushing his body, he came alive. That was effort he could give. Greg was the opposite. Straight A's, all in on academics. Effort was his default setting, because he believed it would pay off. But discomfort, uncertainty, and emotional chaos, that felt like death. After high school, Liam went into the trades, good with his hands, sharp problem solver. He rose fast. Greg went to Stanford, studied tech, followed in his father's footsteps. Years of memorizing systems gave him an edge, and he used it. They both kept climbing until Liam made a left turn. He pivoted from physical labor to creative work, recording music, photography, video. He'd always been good with computers, but now he had purpose, and it terrified him. Because in the trades, you can climb to the top, but in creativity, there is no top, just you, staring back at yourself. Every project felt like death. He never felt good enough. His self-worth barely existed. Meanwhile, Greg was on fire, rising, winning, confident, untouchable. But over the next 5 years, Liam made a decision to become someone new. He started asking the hard questions. Why don't I feel confident? Why is my worth so low? Why am I still so insecure? The answers were painful, but he didn't flinch. He had years of experience thriving in discomfort. So he leaned in, lifting heavy, cycling far, climbing mountains, hardening his body, softening his soul, and slowly he grew. Confidence, worth, security, earned, not given. Greg, on the other hand, took a different road. The pressure of running a multi-million-dollar company pushed him into women, drugs, and distraction. He chased comfort until it consumed him. His business collapsed. He was fired from his own company, sold his house, downsized. And for the first time, his parents said no. Confidence, gone. Worth, gone. Security, gone. Meanwhile, Liam kept rising. New clients, a contract with a fast-growing AI startup. He ran their social media, shot their content, and eventually became creative director. One morning, riding his bike to work, Liam locked eyes with a guy stepping out of a Porsche GT-RS. It was Greg. They made small talk, went about their day. Weeks later, Greg asked,
"Why do you ride a bike to work every day?"
It's a chill ride. Gives me time to think, breathe, be out in the world.
Greg rolled his eyes and walked off. The next day, Liam asked,
Why do you drive a supercar to work?
Greg had no answer. He'd never questioned it. It was just what people like him did. At the end of the day, Greg saw Liam getting ready to leave. He walked over.
"Hey man, I was thinking about what you said, and I realize I don't have an answer to your question."
Like a real answer.
Now that you're aware of this, it won't stop poking you for an answer until you find the truth.
Liam hopped on his bike and rode off. Greg stood there watching him disappear, thinking,
What the fuck does that mean?
that night, he couldn't stop thinking about it. Weeks go by. Then one day, Greg walks into Liam's office.
"Hey man, so what bike brand do you ride?"
Trek Madone.
Greg writes it down in his phone. Liam raises an eyebrow.
Why?
"I realize I drive that flashy car to work, so people think I'm successful."
What Liam didn't know was that Greg had spent his whole life at the top, always had the best. There was a standard to uphold. His worth, his identity, was completely wrapped in that image. Greg now felt exposed, vulnerable, and walked back to his office. Later that day, Liam stopped by.
Thanks for your honesty, man.
No judgment, just a smile. That night, when Greg got home, the question stopped poking him, only to be replaced by a new one.
Why do I want people to think I'm successful?
Here we go. Time passed. They started riding big miles on weekends, lifting, backpacking, sharing, healing. Liam became a mentor. Greg opened up. One day, mid-ride, Greg pitched a business idea.
We should start something. You've got the creative. I've got the tech. We could build something real.
Liam was quiet for a few miles.
I don't know, man. That sounds like a lot of pressure, a lot of responsibility. I kind of like where I'm at.
Yeah, but we could be making millions. Build it, sell it, retire early.
And just like that, the old fear returned. Liam spiraled.
What if I try as hard as I can, and it all comes crashing down? What if I actually become successful, and I don't like who I become?
He stopped riding, put his foot down, tried to breathe. Greg, for the first time, saw Liam shaken. He rolled up beside him, put a hand on his shoulder.
You're not doing this alone. Do what you can. I'll carry the rest.
They finished the 100-mile ride. Talking, dreaming, building. They launched the company. It took off. But pressure doesn't disappear. It just shifts. Greg started slipping again. Stress, numbing, old patterns returning. One day, Liam walked into his office, put a hand on his shoulder.
I'm here to support you. Get your bike.